thick of it with Van and Rose Barbershop in Athens, Ohio. Let's go ahead, talk to some folks, and see what they have to say. Welcome in, y'all.
And we are doing a show live from Athens. I was here for a panel yesterday. So we decided to come to one of the local barbershops. And it's literally the only black-owned barbershop, I think, in the city of Athens. If you've ever been to Athens, then you understand. But I doubt that you've ever been to Athens. Have you been to Athens, Courtney? Hey, Jamie. So we want to start today by asking y'all, like, what do you want to know? Like, this is supposed to be like an open dialogue with the folks in the coffee shop, in the barbershop. But then also, like, just hearing from some of y'all to say, like, what's on your mind? Because one thing that I will say is that recently tensions have been high. You know, because we're getting closer to the election. There's just a lot going on. Like, what's on y'all's mind? We're just set up in Athens, Ohio right now. We're going to be talking to some of the folks here in the barbershop. But then we also want to hear from y'all live. Everybody that's on the live. So just kind of see what's on y'all's mind. What would y'all want to talk about? If we gave you the chance. Hey, Colin. Share the live. Bring more people in so that we can start having some dialogue. Hey, Russell. I thought I switched it from puffs to a different go. I guess I did. No topics, so I'm just gonna do what I do. Hey, Robin, how are you? If y'all have a topic, y'all better speak now, forever hold your peace. So we're going to be engaging with some of the folks here, just kind of see what's going on in Athens. Because this is really like in the thick of it when you really think about it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and try to see if I can. This one guy at the end, he's getting ready to go to class. So I'm going to see if I can't get a couple of sound bites from him before he rolls out. So let me see if I can get him in. Sure, double down. You can be like, yep. No, you should. All right, so I got some folks on. we're seeing what is on people's minds. And you probably are like, as the barber, you get people coming in and they talking about different things. What's the topic of conversation right now?
The topic of conversation right now was pretty much the previous haircut.
Yeah. The type of person they was looking for, or what?
Not necessarily, just having to fix things, you know. Because not every barber cuts the same. Sorry. Not every barber cuts the same. So, you know, just paying for what you want and making it happen.
So what did he do? He went to somebody else?
Well, he doesn't stay here, so he had to go to somebody else. But I gotta give him mess about it anyway. Mm-hmm. And then he lives about an hour away, so he can make the drive. You know, he can make it to party, so he can make it to go get that cut he wants.
So she gonna get you together?
Yeah.
And you gonna be on time for class?
Yeah.
So where do you live? So you come all the way here?
Yeah.
Wow. That's a testament to her skills, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So where do you go to school then?
I graduated. I'm just taking classes for med school.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So what are you studying?
Still.
Like what type of medicine are you in?
Oh, I'm not. Whatever I get into.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't have any like
what kind of doctors?
Yeah.
Plastics, ortho, or internal.
It's just a simple question. If you don't have
I'm nervous
for him to be speechless right now and to say something super out of your head.
So I do want to know, like, what's on your mind in terms of the election? How are you hoping that the election comes out?
I don't follow politics.
You don't follow it all?
Uh-huh.
So have you given any thought to what you want to happen?
No.
None at all? Do you plan to vote?
Uh-uh.
You're not going to vote?
I'm not registered now.
Have you voted in the last 3 elections?
No.
So you've never voted?
No.
How old are you?
23.
So why don't you vote?
I don't like politics.
So you just think it's not important?
Not that it's not important. I'm just too busy to look into it right now. Where I'm not gonna make a concise decision on what a good person would be in office without going more deep into it, and I don't have the time to go more deep into it.
So you just take whatever you get?
Yeah.
What about you?
Ooh, I'm kind of the same. I don't follow politics or anything like that, but I'll vote based on like the information I hear. I don't dig into it either, you know. And to be honest, I know it affects us, but during my daily life, I don't feel like it necessarily affects me just because I'm going to continue to move how I am, regardless of if I'm getting a stimulus check or if I'm not. It doesn't matter. I'm just saying, I don't know. But I would want the person to be picked just to do the right thing. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen. Will that happen ever? But that's just...
What do you think about our options?
Our options, Kamala or who? Trump. Okay. Our options. Well, it's a good option. Why? Because it's I'm saying, let me see. Why? Because it's a woman, you know, it's a black woman running, so that's something different. But a good option is, wait, I don't know. Shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. When it comes to this stuff, I get in mind, but because, like I say, I really don't care. But I hope the best person gets picked. I'm sorry I can't be more.
No, that's okay. I really do think that representation matters. Mm-hmm. I just interviewed the mayor of Cincinnati last month. And one of the things that he said was that he was inspired to become mayor because he saw Obama being a brown boy with a weird name. His name is Abtab. And so it inspired him that, oh, wow, like another brown person with a weird name has the opportunity to be on a national stage in that way. And I never thought about it that way. But I think that there's some, you know, benefit to seeing somebody else in a role to let you know that you can, right? Yeah. That is possible. Even though we all know anything's possible, right? It's one of those things where you don't really believe it until you see somebody else. Correct. Anybody else want to chime in on the political? So the next topic we want to talk about ending thick is dating. Y'all out here in the middle of nowhere. I went to OU, so I know. What's the dating scene like in OU?
Why are you looking at me? Right.
I've been out here for 7 years, and I haven't dated anyone out here, so I don't know. I'm not a college age. I'm from Akron. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Akron, Ohio. I came out here in 2017. So when I came out here, I was already like 26. I didn't go to school out here, so I wasn't in groups or anything like that. If I met people, that was just me going out, passing out, promoting cars and stuff like that. But as far as dated, never dated anyone out here.
What brought you to Akron?
To cut hair. Yep, fresh out of Barber College, we got in touch with the guy that owned the barbershop previous out here.
Was it Mike?
Isaiah.
It was after Mike.
Yeah. It was after Mike. Okay. Yep, and then been out here ever since, gained clientele. She was almost on well, not homeless, but like bouncing from spot to spot. Yeah. So I came out here and solidified myself and been out here ever since. But this isn't the end. This is just a pit stop, you know. Athens is nice, but it's just not gonna be like living wise long term.
Right.
More of a big.
What about you? How's the dating scene for you?
Oh, it's fun. Why are you laughing? It's cool. It's alright. There's nothing special down here, but yeah.
So do you date in Athens or you date Columbus?
Columbus.
How do you meet people? Are you meeting them online or in person?
I usually just stalk. I'm kidding. No, it's just I like at the bar, at the gym, or something like that. Good mom and dad, right?
So, have you met anybody online that you've actually taken serious?
No.
Do you think it's possible?
I think it depends on yourself, but like no, not my generation.
So if you're meeting somebody online, it's just a hookup.
Yeah, straight up, yeah.
Hey, so you heard it here. They are not into the political scene, and Athens is not the place to date. So I want to hear from y'all. Like, what else is on y'all's mind? What are some of the things? What are some of the topics that are keeping you up at night? Are you here for in the thick of it?
I'm here to listen. Since when? I'm here to listen. You never listen.
Yeah, we're gonna come and get your perspective. Let's see. I got the.
What are y'all talking about?
Well, we were just talking about how we need to get back to humanity, right? Because we tend to show up when things are bad, and that's when you see humanity kind of present itself. But when things are good, you don't necessarily see people come together and like really treat people with respect and want to just do what's right. So the question is just around like what we were talking about was the political landscape, how we got here, and whether or not we have the right choices, if you will. And that we have a couple folks that believe that there's no point in voting because it doesn't matter unless it's at the community level and closer. I'm of the mindset that it does matter, but I am one of those people that I grew up in Kentucky. So I grew up with the KKK living in my back area. You knew where not to go. Like I had people that were lynched while I was coming up, and I'm young, so we knew that was the case, right? And so for me, it's really important that we don't create a race riot by creating division. And I think that the divisiveness is what will put us in a bad position as a people, because at the end of the day, if you take away the color of people's skin, humanity will stand up. But if you're looking for a reason for us to be different, then that's all you'll see. And so that's just my perspective. But I'd be curious to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, that's a tough one, man, for me.
Where are you from? You said Tampa?
Yeah, Tampa area. Yeah, well, from Miami, but I lived down in Tampa for a long. I lived a lot of places in Florida, but I was born in Miami, South Bay. So
gotcha. And so, have you had a lot of family be impacted by the?
Yeah, I'm headed there. In fact, I'm headed out tomorrow. We got to go out there and check on that. They got devastated.
Mm-hmm. I've been seeing a lot of lives with the devastation, like showing the aftermath. People's roofs are
gone. Some also lost his roof last night. So.
Water everywhere. Yeah. Where did he evacuate?
No.
So he stayed. He sandbagged.
See, people from Florida, we're not afraid of hurricanes. Yeah. Because we've been through so many. We always think it's going to be like the last one, which never happened, right? And it always happened to somebody else. In the county over. Oh, that's true. And this time he got smacked. And so.
Is his whole house just in underwater or?
Not while it's flooded. He can get out, but it's just he don't have any water, no sewer, no electric, windows blown out, roof taken off. So he's not going to be able to, he got to find a temporary place to live.
So are you taking him back to you? You coming back to Athens?
No, he wouldn't make it here about 24 hours. He ready to go back. No. He was just that.
So is there a reason for them to lie?
Well, who is they?
The people, the politicians, every single politician. Like, is there a reason for them to lie? That's my question. Like, we act like if they really come out here and they do the right thing, make it good for everybody that they're going to be able to pay for that, like, support their family. Like, we know what it is. It's dog eat dog out here. And it's always been like that in America. So you have to do what you can to support yourself at home. And so these people are not going to make it better tax-wise or not make it better community-wise for anybody because it's going to take away from their bottom line, which is their family. So they have reason to lie. Yes. Are they going to? Yes. It's been proven, bro. FEMA has no money, Major.
FEMA has money.
FEMA has no money. Who said they don't have any money? I was just saying FEMA ran out of money, right? Who said that? She just said.
Boy, let me see what they got to
I
say.
don't know if they want to control them. I think
Are
they
you
just want to
gonna
wind them
vote
up and
this
send them out there and whatever happens.
No, well, that's the thing. The
Hopefully,
party
yeah.
wants to
I'm
control.
registered in Kentucky, so if I
The
do
MAGA
have to drive
supporters
stuff.
Do you know who you're going to vote for?
I do.
Who?
Be Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. And why do you want
See
to
what
vote
I'm
for
saying?
Donald Trump?
You see what I'm saying, bro?
Because I don't want to vote Democrat.
Okay. Is
Why
that the
not?
only reason?
And I'm not a big fan of Kamala.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
And can you tell us one policy that Donald Trump has put in place that you are a fan of?
He's cool.
It's more based on religious reasons. I like the social aspects, and I'm a Christian. I think that's the right party to
Well,
vote
can you first tell him what side of the Bible he should hold up?
for. You said what? My point.
Remember when he had that Holy Bible up and it was upside down?
Yeah. Yeah.
You remember that?
No, I don't.
Yeah, he did that.
But I
But
see.
the Bible upside down. Y'all remember that? When he, during the pandemic, he had a bunch of military people out there and he wanted to move the protesters out. You remember that, right?
Wait, why do you want to upside down?
Because he was an idiot. Why?
He don't really.
Why?
I mean,
So we really want to vote for a guy who tells people to inject sleep to get rid of COVID. The leader of the free world is telling everybody on TV, inject yourself with bleach and you can get rid of COVID. That's the dude.
Like,
So
come
come on.
serious when you said that? Like, come on.
He was an idiot. That's wild. Boy, he can't be joking. Yes, he
Like,
said it.
That's not a guy that can joke on TV, bro. I don't know. My thing is
Let
like,
me ask you this. You said for religious reasons. Do you think he is a proper representation of a good Christian man?
Heck
I don't
no.
think any politician is.
None that you know, right?
You know what?
None that you know.
No. I mean, yeah, but like,
Yeah.
from what I see, I don't think any politician is really a good person. Kamala, she makes like, what, $250,000 a year as vice president? What is her net worth? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do these politicians or like senators that make $150,000 a year have net worths of $50 million? You
They
know what I
make
mean?
good investments.
How do they make good investments? It's called insider trading. That's how they do it.
I like that.
That's how they do it.
No, I get that.
That's how they do it. Look at picture of Kamala wearing a $250,000 necklace. How do you afford that when you make $250 grand a year as vice president? If you put this policy in play, I'll give you this necklace.
But that has nothing to do with all this
how it works.
She
That's
is married
exactly
to a
right.
Jewish man. Well,
Yeah, but that's irrelevant.
I mean,
I don't think, listen,
what about his money?
the biggest thing of Kamala, no one talks about, bro.
She can give him insider
Like, how can a side chick be president, bro?
How does the vice president have any stock? Don't exist.
No one care about that.
Second most
She was a side chick to Montel Williams of all
somebody
somebody.
Montel
Williams.
inside information.
She couldn't even be chick number one.
It's clearly possible. Hillary Clinton.
What's
How
your
she have a
name?
net worth of $200 million?
Chris.
What was that?
Do you believe the election was stolen last time?
I don't know.
Well, but you have to know.
I-
We got a couple.
To lead
Hey,
people
Mark.
to
Hey,
believe
Ralph.
that democracy is a hoax.
What do you guys think?
I don't know what.
Is democracy a hoax? Is it a real thing? Do you really believe that your vote matters? Hey, Arna.
Well, also in that last
We're having a really good conversation here.
Remember January?
Trump is a white man.
yeah.
Like, it's division. You got a light skin right there arguing with a black man about the one's Trump, one's come out. Like, it's crazy. And none of that helps. It's not going to help her. It's not going to help taxes for you, or you. It's not going to help you get better education. Ain't nothing going to happen.
But you don't think that having a certain
You're entitled to choice, brother. You know why? I say no, because I know once I get that person in there I want, there's going to be a whole other band of people on the other side that's blocking everything he's trying to do, and he can't do nothing. He or she can't do anything. So that's why I say the president can't do anything. He can sit up there and say all he wants to about what's going to but at the end of the day, he can't do
The
it.
president can veto.
Okay, but he can't do it.
I think
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is politics. We're falling down the line. We're constantly rolling, and it ain't going to ever change. It's going to be the same shit 50 years from now. We're going to be talking about the one Hispanic and one Asian fighting over presidency, but you know, it's going to be hella bullshit to it too. And it ain't going to matter. We still gonna have kids without books. We still gonna have people in houses without eat. We still got so much shit going on. It don't matter if you black or white. West Virginia people struggling. People in Akron, Ohio are struggling. People out here are struggling. But we are debating the fucking president. So your community.
You can only control
the energy that you put out to the people around you.
The best thing
If
can control is our community.
regardless, we can survive and we can thrive in spite of the system if we could just do that.
Lives in Springfield, Ohio, and she says like that.
Do you think he meant it?
Like that. That is the thing. They sacrifice. It's not like they're eating it. They're more the Haitian people that do it as sacrifice. That's kind of what it. My girlfriend lives there. What she told me. Like they kidnap ducks and goose, whatever, and decapitates them as like some sort of sacrifice for their Haitian religion. I don't something like that.
No, but this is the problem, right? Like we've gotten to a point in this society where words don't matter anymore. He says words that aren't true.
Well, okay, think
right?
about it.
And coming from the position that he is in and trying to put himself in position, he should be held to a higher standard than that.
What'd you say?
The governor's a Republican.
Hold on. So Mike DeWine is actually the one that bought like the Haitians into Springfield.
Right.
The Springfield population had dropped significantly, like 30,000 people.
And why did he do
They
it, though?
had jobs that they needed, but Port-au-Prince
Employers wanted people to work.
Port-au-Prince was having all the issues with, you know, people getting hurt there, and they were rioting really bad. And so his wife ran a school in Port-au-Prince. And when the school went under, his wife decided to bring those people to Springfield. But nobody's talking about it now because it's such a hot topic on a negative side. Whereas a few years ago, his wife did get credit for bringing the Haitians out of, you know, Port-au-Prince and out of the bad situation that they were in.
I think in fairness to her as well, she didn't bring 20,000 people and dump them in. The population has been increasing.
Over time.
Because they're like, hey, I'm making this money working here.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Which is how immigration works. I've lived all over the world. I see this in every country I've ever been in, right? You have a labor class. We don't qualify. I mean, we don't qualify as that in this country, but especially, in particular in the Middle East, they emigrate their entire labor class, right? Sri Lanka, the Philippines, India, right? It's not uncommon. We're just not used to viewing it through this lens here.
Right.
Right.
I think we're also not used to it being in big drones of people. Like I live in Cincinnati, and in Lockland, there has been an influx of Mauritanian people. And what happens is that people send back, right? They say, hey, I'm here. This is working for me. Why don't you come?
We got to blame ourselves because they're a reflection of us in the mirror.
Yeah, so that's the fact.
You're right.
If we have and the way that we are structured encourages it. So we have a political system that is conducive to power grabs by people who desire it. And we have tendencies in society to lift those up who would want power. So if a person has the intellect, the money, the funding, and the willpower, the will to get power, they can. All they have to do is say pretty words to enough people, or words that encourage enough people to support them. And then damned what they represent. What they actually do. Yeah, damned what they want to do.
Well, I think
healthy mothers. Outside of those three, like I think if some 17-year-old girl like messes around, gets knocked up, she should have a baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Pound. You said she should have it?
She should have.
So at what point do you think abortion is legal?
Creators.
Or should be able to get
He
it?
said rape.
Incest, and life of the mother, I think should be a choice.
Yeah. Okay. Even like that, even probably a life of the kids too. Yeah. So if a woman walks in and says, I was raped, but there's no other evidence other than her word that she was raped.
They could rape too.
Okay, so you got to go through all of that in order to get an abortion.
Yeah.
You can't take a word for it.
No.
Okay. Wow.
So, I mean, we're talking about a life.
Sorry, that's a long time. Effectively, huh? That's a lot at one small place. But you're talking about the body that the baby is in, which is a person who owns that body, and it's that woman.
I think something as important as that should go through procedures.
That's crazy.
I think it should be
What if
it's her body. That's fucking wild.
What if you had to go through the same procedures before you can make a decision on if you get a
the thing with the vasectomy is it's not like all right, it's gonna sound like vulgar, but you know, rubbing one out, right? That's not life. You know what I mean? With an abortion, you're really preventing life because the sperm's already inseminated yet. You know what I mean?
Well,
Right,
a
but a
potential.
vasectomy will keep you from ever having kids. If
Right,
somebody
right.
were to determine that they can make that decision for Chris, that Chris is never going to have any more kids or never going to have any kids, period, how would you feel about that?
I think a vasectomy is a lot less invasive. I think we're just talking about sperm cells, whereas with an abortion, preventing life from forming. Because that's
Right, but you'll never have an offspring if we were to decide. Like I know in 2014, I went to China, right? And in China, you can only have now 2 kids.
Out here just free fucking, you get pregnant, you're having a baby, that's in the butt. You can give it up for you can give it up for adoption, that's in the third. If a woman is raped, that's a separate situation. If a woman has a health condition to where she could die, then it's on the table. But no, you're not about to be out here Henny and Plan B all week, going hot girl summer.
So you can't get a plan B?
I don't think it's
You
right.
can't get a plan B?
No, well, I'm just that was the name of the song. No, it was a song.
Plan B is not an abortion.
No, it's not, but it was a song called Henny and Plan B. And these women was just out here drinking, taking Plan B, saying, I'm going to do whatever I want.
So are you against plan B?
No, I'm not making this up. But abortion, yes.
Take care of you. Really want to go. This should get fixed quick to be able to
sterilize all men.
Don't take time out. You making this seem like all. But
because
as
being a teenage girl, I would not say that my parents would be responsible. If I had gotten pregnant, it would have been totally on me. Because I think once you get to a certain age, you have your choices. Like, and whether or not you came from a good household or a Christian household or whatever, you're still going to do whatever it is that you want to do. And I would venture to say that by the time I was like 16, I'm making my choices. I know what's right and what's wrong, but it's still my choice. I want to hear from another female when it comes to that. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I had the talk. And that's like you said, I was still able to make my choices, and that still would have been on me. So yeah, I don't think it's the parents. I don't think it's on the parents.
Okay, since no one thinks it's on the parents, whose responsibility is it now for that child's life that's now being raised?
Well, and I think that's the most important question in the abortion question. It's we are trying to decide whether it's whether our lives are forfeit of our own, or if they belong to the government and society.
I think people looking at it wrong.
Well,
it's
because
to be honest,
the thing is, a lot of people try to make the abortion question a religious question. It's not a religious question. Mm-hmm. It's a it's a social question. Are our lives property of society or ourselves? If they're ourselves, then abortion is a matter of choice. If our lives belong to the social construct, then abortion is a no-go. It's a non-starter. And
what else is on people's mind? What about like just the cost of living? Like, to me, it's really crazy that you could go to the store and spend $100 and get nothing. Like, legitimately nothing. I had to stop going to Target just altogether because when I pull into Target's parking lot, it costs me $100 like, just to pull into the parking lot. What are people's thoughts? Like, what are you doing to like save money? Do you have anything that you're doing that? What are you buying? Bulk.
It's okay, right? It's okay to do.
I had somebody tell me the other day that he eats 1 meal a day. He's like, that he can't afford to eat 3. So what about you?
I eat multiple times a day.
You eat more? Any other way that you're saving money or getting by on this crazy economy?
Invest in a bunch of masks and find your local gas stations.
Applying to local gas.
No, go to your local gas station to wear a mask.
Yeah, I think so. Robbery. Not robbery. You did not hear that. TikTok wouldn't shut me down.
That's right.
What about you? Ways that you're saving money?
Oh, I'm probably not the most economically responsible person to ask that question. No, this isn't the first time that we've had inflation in this country. I think that that the previous generation dealt with that were a lot more frugal than us, and I think they were a lot better at handling it. I'm not good at it. Mm-hmm. I pay my bills, which keep going up, and yeah.
You can't share Netflix anymore, that's for sure.
No, you can't share Netflix.
All right, guys. We appreciate you joining in for the conversation. I am getting ready to get on the road. That is a wrap. Have a good one. Today's episode of The Plug is sponsored by the following companies. At the platinum level, we have Alpha Wolf Aerials. Alpha Wolf Aerials offers unparalleled aerial photography, videography, inspection, and search and rescue services. Elevate your perspective with their cutting-edge technology and commitment to excellence, ensuring high-quality results for all your aerial needs. Connect with them on Instagram at alpha_wolf_aerials and discover the difference with Alpha Wolf Aerials, mastering the sky, leading the pack. Also at the platinum level, we have CET, a PBS station. CET is your home for the arts in Greater Cincinnati. At the gold level, we have When Tomorrow Never Comes. When Tomorrow Never Comes is a self-help book written to help people overcome childhood trauma and walk into their purpose. You can find When Tomorrow Never Comes on Amazon. Take the first step on your healing journey and purchase your copy today. At the silver level, we have Idea Cincinnati. Idea Cincinnati is a growing community school that prepares students to become champions for a better self, school, and society through the pursuit of a college-going, career, and technical education experience. Idea Cincinnati is enrolling now for the students in grades K through 9 for the 2024 and 2025 school year. One mission, 2 locations in Price Hill and Woodlawn/Lincoln Heights. Call or text 513-376-2821 for more information today. And last but certainly not least, at the bronze level, we have Next Generation Youth Academy. Next Generation Youth Academy is now enrolling children ages newborn to 12 years old. If you are looking for a safe and educational center for your children, call 513-417-8767. The Plug thanks all of our sponsors for helping us keep you connected.